So, I need to talk to you about something that has been driving me a little crazy lately. I've been doing everything right, eating plenty of protein, healthy fats, limiting carbs, especially simple sugars, avoiding processed foods, walking every single day, strength training at least a few times a week. Basically, I've been behaving like one of those annoying, disciplined people you see on fitness Instagram. And yet, for the past several days, the scale has been doing this little annoying dance. Up a pound, down a pound. Up a pound, down a pound. It's like the world's smallest roller coaster, except the roller coaster doesn't go anywhere. And the really annoying part, the weight it keeps bouncing around isn't even the lowest weight I've been so far. So naturally, like any modern human searching for answers, I consulted Dr. YouTube. While searching for answers, I came across a video from Autumn Bates, a certified clinical nutritionist, and she explained something interesting. She outlined 4 rules that people break that lead to weight loss plateaus. As I listened to her explain them, I started wondering, did I accidentally break one of these rules, or is something else going on? Let's go through them, because if you've ever hit a plateau on a diet, you're going to want to understand this. Rule number 1, avoid the eat less mindset. The first rule she talks about is avoiding the eat less mindset. Let's hear what she has to say.
In other words, don't just simply reduce your calorie intake. This strategy can work in the short term because obviously you're just eating less, so you will see initial weight loss. The problem is that this general eat less mentality doesn't discriminate where it's going to lose weight from, which means that yes, you will probably lose some body fat, but you're also likely going to lose some lean mass as well. Lean mass includes both muscle and bone.
Her point was simple. If your entire strategy for weight loss is just eat less food, you might lose weight in the short term, but your body doesn't discriminate. When you lose weight that way, you don't just lose body fat. You also lose lean muscle, and that's a problem because muscle burns calories, even when you're doing absolutely nothing, which means if you lose muscle, your metabolism actually slows down. So the more muscle you lose, the harder it becomes to lose fat. Luckily, I think I avoided that trap because one of the first things I focused on during this journey was eating plenty of protein and doing strength training. The goal, maintain muscle or even build a little because protecting muscle helps protect your metabolism. Rule number 2, don't subtract, add. The second rule was interesting. Instead of thinking about what foods you should remove, she suggested focusing on what you should add. Let's hear what she had to say.
Rather than just eating less, instead focus on eating more of the types of foods that help to prevent muscle loss happening in the first place. By eating the right types of foods that help to prevent muscle loss, it helps to avoid a lot of those weight loss plateaus.
Add foods that support muscle maintenance and satiety. The big 3 she mentioned were protein, healthy fats, and fiber. These foods do something extremely helpful. They make you feel full. They increase satiety hormones, and they help your body naturally regulate appetite. In fact, these foods help stimulate the release of hormones like GLP-1, the same hormone that those new weight loss drugs try to mimic, except instead of taking a weekly injection, your body just does it naturally. This leads to another concept called body recomposition, which sounds fancy, but it's actually simple. Body recomposition means you're losing body fat while gaining or maintaining muscle. Instead of just losing weight, you're improving your body's composition, which is actually a much better goal. Rule number 3, try to burn fat with exercise. Now this one surprises a lot of people. So let's hear what Autumn had to say about this.
Another thing a lot of people will do that can cause those weight loss plateaus is that they try to burn fat with their exercise. In other words, they try to burn a lot of calories with their exercise. And the exercise that burns the most calories is cardio, which cardio has a lot of great heart health benefits. That is true. What it's not very good at is maintaining muscle mass. So just using cardio is kind of like the exercise equivalent of just eating less.
Basically, another mistake people make during weight loss is trying to burn as many calories as possible with exercise. In other words, they focus mostly on cardio. And cardio is great for heart health, but it's not great for maintaining muscle. If all you do is cardio, It's kind of like the exercise version of just eat less. You may lose weight at first, but eventually you can hit the same kind of plateau. Instead, she suggests prioritizing strength training or resistance training. Now here's the funny part. Strength training doesn't burn as many calories during the workouts as cardio does. But it does something much more powerful. It preserves muscle, and muscle keeps your metabolism elevated, which means over time, you burn more calories overall. Rule number 4, eat more when your body tells you. Now, the 4th rule was the one that really caught my attention. Let's hear from Autumn.
Now, there will come a point when you're actually using the right type of strategies, like eating enough protein, fat, and fiber, and focusing on strength or resistance training, where eventually you start to get hungrier. Initially, you'll notice that your appetite is greatly reduced because you are eating more of the foods that help to raise satiety hormones and shut off hunger. But as body fat decreases and muscle mass is maintained or slightly increased, now the body actually needs more food because there's less body fat to be pulling from, but you still have this really active metabolism that needs more fuel.
So you can see that when you're doing things correctly, eating protein, fats, and fiber, strength training, maintaining muscle, eventually something interesting happens. You start getting hungrier. At first, appetite often drops because those foods increase satiety. But as you lose fat and maintain muscle, your body actually needs more energy. Why? Because there's less stored body fat available. And you now have a metabolism supported by muscle. So sometimes the solution to a plateau isn't eating less. It might actually be eating a little more. My big realization, and that's when something clicked for me. What if the scale isn't stuck because I'm doing something wrong? What if the scale is stuck because something good is happening? If I'm losing fat, but maintaining or even gaining muscle, then the scale might not move. Which leads to a really important insight. It's not about weight loss, it's about fat loss, and those two things are not always the same. Other ways to measure progress. Now, I'm a numbers guy. I like measurable progress. And the scale is the easiest number to track, but it's not the only number. Other measurable signs of progress include a smaller waist measurement, increased strength in the gym, better blood pressure, improved blood sugar. But there are also non-scale victories that are not quantifiable, like your clothes fit better, more muscle definition, less joint pain, higher energy, better sleep, fewer cravings, improved mood. Those are all signs that your body is moving in the right direction, even if the scale is being stubborn. The positive wrap-up. So here's the conclusion I came to. I'm probably not stuck. I'm probably not doing anything wrong. In fact, I might actually be doing the right things. Eating protein, strength training, avoiding processed foods, walking every day. Maybe my body just needs time to adjust. Or maybe when my body asks for a little more fuel, I should listen. Because the goal isn't just to lose weight. The goal is to build a stronger, healthier body. And if that's happening, then I'm heading in the right direction, plateau or not. 1% challenge. So here's your 1% challenge for today. If the scale hasn't moved lately, don't panic. Instead, track other signs of your progress. Measure your waist. Record your strength in the gym, or notice how your clothes fit, because small improvements, done consistently, create massive change over time. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode of Trust the What. And tell me in the comments, have you ever hit a weight loss plateau? And how did you get past it? Because we're all figuring this out together.